explode throughout the world, whether it be economically speaking, whether it be upwards of the people, whether it be unusual climate or weather, whether it be wars, rumors of wars, all these things are tests and signs that Yahweh Shai is back for in Jesus. Okay? So as the world becomes more and more dark in here, we need to give you the light of these scriptures, right? Right? Those that ears to hear. Okay? Because the reason why that people are languishing out here is because the wicked rule. Who are the wicked? Right? The so-called white race, the Edomites. Right? The smart has those that are claiming to be Israelites but are not. That are really Edomites. Okay? Now, this verse here is talking about wicked Israelites that were going off, that were sinning, that call themselves Israelites, but we utilize this for the small headers over there in the land. That's supposed to call themselves Israelites. Okay?
Revelation 2, verse 9. It says, I know thy work and tribulation, poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
Right. Those that are saying that they're Jews, but they're not. You know? There's people in the land that's causing an uproar amongst the people. That's causing a genocide right before our eyes. That's complete colonization. Stealing people's land, removing the landmarks. Right? They were chosen. Why is it the Most High allowing people put these people in that land? You know what I'm saying? By His power, right? Right? They're doing it by what? They're doing it with their left hand power, with the sword, which is a terrible sign of who they are. A blessing. The blessing is Esau was the sword. He was ruled by the sword. Right? And we're seeing that that sword dripped in blood right before our eyes, man. Look what's going on over there in Gaza. Look what's going on over there in Lebanon. Right? There's a genocide going on in Lebanon right now. Look what happened in Latin America. Displacement of thousands of people by a coup d'etat that was funded by who? By America. Right? Kidnapping a president of a country. Who did all these wicked things, man? Right? Esau, Edom. Someone I feel where you so-called people Latino and Native Americans are the problem on earth. So I guess these people on the side are the reason why obesity is at an all-time high. Why there's been a displacement of animals at an all-time high. While people in so-called first world countries are depressed and sick. Why are all these wars going on? Who's doing it? Well, it's a particular group.
So you ain't quoted that about Genesis.
Yeah.
So I asked Google this, the AI home. It says the phrase "by thy sword shalt thou live" originally found in Genesis 27 and 40 as a blessing to Esau means relying on force, warfare, and constant conflict to survive.
Right. Force, warfare, and conflict to constantly survive. Who does that sound like? Hey, June 1924, right? And we should go ahead and, well, you already covered it, so that's Genesis. So get back to the basics.
Let's look at this.
Go ahead.
So finishing it off, it says, it describes a life defined by aggression, territorial disputes, and taking what you need by force rather than through peaceful production or inheritance.
Right. So Esau was to rule by the sword. That embodies what constant warfare going on, man. Right? Now since the inception of this place, right? It's come on the 50th year of work. 90% of its existence has been war. Right? Right? It's constantly been war with other nations. It, that's a telltale sign of who this person is, man. Who these people that are ruling their war. They are the Edomites. But not the Israelites. From a false claim. Okay?
Genesis chapter 4, 27, and verse, let's start at verse 20, 37, my bad. 27 and 37. Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for service.
Now he's talking right here. Isaac is talking about Jacob. Jacob's a plan. Esau first he had Esau sold his birthright for some bread pottage. And then he supplanted him when he was about to get the blessing. That Isaac was about to perish. He got basically a sheep skin, right? To mimic the Esau, right? And he got the blessing. So at the time, Isaac was about to perish, and he requested for Esau to come and give him some medicine, right? So when Esau went up, he got some things about Jacob, right? Isaac you know, of age, he basically couldn't see,
He get old age,
you know,
eyes dim, mind, yeah.
you know. So he came in, so Isaac came in with the sheepskin, the hairy skin, right? Got the blessing gift out. And then here goes Esau, you know, after he made the mix, got the medicine, right? After he got the honey and got the medicine, whatever, made it for his father came in. He was like, hey, you know, I'm ready for the blessing. Mind you, Esau, he already sold his birthright, right? He already sold it.
No. Genesis 27 and 35, starting 35 in NLT, says, but Isaac said, your brother was here when he tricked me, and he has taken away your blessing. Esau explained, no wonder his name is Jacob, for he has cheated him twice.
Right, which shows you really the attribute of the Israelites. Jake, it's very colorful with words. That's how you say they got a mouth. They know how to talk the socks out. The people who are the best sellers is Jake.
Right.
Jake would have you better to get all types of payment plans. 62 bucks. 255 plus tax. But you know, it get the bitch, you know, that's a good offer.
Twice, right off the seat.
Sell a well water, right? Jake was able to supplant Esau. Actually, Esau again his father.
God says, first, he took my rights as the firstborn, and now he has stolen my blessing. Oh, haven't you saved one blessing for me? Isaac said to Esau, I have made Jacob your master, his service. I have guaranteed him an abundance of grain and wine. What is left for you? What is left for me to give to you, my son? So Esau pleaded, but do you have only one blessing? Oh, my father blessed me too. Then Esau broke down and wept.
Right? So he's like, explain a big when this the chapter previous to this man sold his birthright for some porch that was uncooked.
Right.
It shows you the nature of this man Esau. He rules in a very impulsive, in a very carnal, way, man. That word carnal, when you look it up, it goes into very something that's someone who's animalistic. He's driven by his cravings, by his flesh, right? And that with that mindset, he's ruling the whole world. That's why you see predatory capitalism. You know what I'm saying? Basically in society, right? And all and every crevice in life, it tries to figure out a way to tax the individual to make it enrich his pockets. Right? So the human experience is good, right? And impossible.
So I'm coming back on the birthright. Hebrews 12, verse 16. I'm reading NLT. It says, make sure that no one is immoral or godless like Esau, who traded his birthright as the firstborn son for a single meal. See, like I said, that impulse, like the animalistic nature is, animal like a dog, we see somebody getting attacked, that's your pet. If somebody throw that food out there, he may look at you and say, I'm got to get this meal first, and I'll come try to save you. He was like, my money, I want it now. He's like, I want it now. I don't need to wait. That's the patient that spirit of I gotta have it. That's carnality. So he was it was immortal. God, he was born. But he said, send me this, you send me your birthright. He's like, what they gotta do? What they gonna do to help me right now? I'll take it. I'll take it. Still ain't finished. I'll still take it. That's being like animalistic. He didn't care. But now he cares when it really matters. So now he want to do what? He want to try to stop the intellect from getting. They know all things come to an end. Instead of when the kingdom of heaven arrives.
Even when you go into that word beast in Revelation 13, you know according to the book of Daniel that the beast are a representation of the kingdom. When you go to that word beast in Revelation 13, it goes to the Greek word Therion. You go to the definition of the beast. Beast is man. He's a beast. That's the living off of instinct. You know what I'm saying? The flesh. That's a beast. That's what an animal does. Yep. It's all like what I'm saying. Like it's on the people, the empire, kingdom of this shit. Now the vast majority of the people over here in America, they mindset is to live like a beast. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the good Muslim good 20% that's some beast. Yeah. Going back to Genesis 27 to verse 37. It says, Isaac said to Esau, I have made Jacob your master. He have declared that all his brethren will be his servants. I guarantee you the abundance of grain and wine. What is that for me to give to you, my son? And Esau repeated, but do you have only one blessing? Oh, my father blessed me too. Then Esau broke down and wept. Finally, his father Isaac said to him, you will live away from the richness. I'm reading that. Yeah. NJV 39 says, Isaac, his father, answered and said, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of living from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live.
Oh, by that sword shall you live. So you gonna see the world essentially. But how you gonna receive it? By that sword. So it's an indicator who's ruling right now. Right? Since the inception of this place, what 90% of its existence. Not to mention the various not even including but a proxy army of the U.S. Joe Biden said that if Israel didn't exist, even if Israel didn't exist, you have to create a meaning even if the people over here were asking you still have to create something like that just to control West Asia or the Middle East. Okay? What was going on in that region? It's five-fold war. What was going on in the Baltic states, right? Which is East East Europe. You got the Ukraine situation, warring against Russia. Who's funding that? Right? So this man is constantly engaged in war, man.
Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4, there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him, and said thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Right. This man was given a great sword. What is that? That modern day weaponry. Right? Missiles. It's $1 trillion war machine here. It's, the Defense Department of America. It's been trillions. That's literally just warfare. You got people out here that's dilapidated, man, right? Living in squalor on the streets. You got the Native Americans, a lot of them, so-called Native Americans, the Gadites. You got a lot of them don't even have plumbing, man. Only reservations. Offer themselves. They that's audacity. Tell them to get over it.
That's him taking peace from the earth, coming with small pots in the blankets, and you calm me cold, down to the goddamn swords, cold swords, whatever. They can take peace from the earth, man. Ain't nothing healthy about this devil, man. You know?
It's constantly putting things in place, or legislation, or ideology in place to keep the people enslaved. Which is a form of warfare, or language speaking.
He says, well, how did he, how he cover it up? He tried to say I'm coming in the form of democracy. But that's the thing. Some smooth things he takes to help you. But like he said, fuck it, I'm going to come on the mind. Every time he come and bring forth his solution, he's going to bring forth those problems that's going to keep you in squabble.
He caused the problem. Then he come with the solution.
Yeah.
The solution is corrupt.
Everywhere they go, he goes to his mark. That's why when you go to these different places, they say they're going to help them. But he comes, tear up everything, and then put an image in it, and say, we're going to like Trump, they're going to, as a build back better, we got something to put it back. He ain't doing it. He'll put a something push government over it, and he's going to control it while he's sitting there country calling the war in other places. Like when he rules war, it's all about Anthony Blaine and Cummins, I think it's DC. Whoever wins it, comes through and spill blood against you. It gives the person control for desire. Urge for more bloodshed. That's what Esau has done. He's constantly going around and he's looking for more bloodshed. That's why if it was just him on the earth, he would turn around and he would fight against himself. He'll kill himself. Like we said in the hospital too. Earth is not going to be inhabited of the earth. It's what? It's basically a minimum of left hand side. You know? So that's what he's done. He's blood all over the earth. Not on earth, on the earth is not the same.
Now 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. Prey departeth not. Noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots.
Like I said, that's basically going out with the chariots. You got chariots towards your land. What is that? They ain't gonna be be no peace when he come up with that. Because the next time, you see a lot of chariots, horses. He probably would have done it for war coming upon him. Right. That's what he's always been afraid. You know, and this is the bloody city. This city was built on the sweat, blood, and tears of your Israelites. He did that way. He came back. He did what? Decimated the Native Americans, right? Before the kingdom, and put him basically down to almost nothing. Then he what? He went over there and brought what? The southern kingdom over here. So things that have been built here, he's built it on the blood shed of your Israelites. And that's what he do. And now since he had this mighty city, America is one of the most powerful cities ever in history. And it came in. How did it start? It actually started with Great Britain. And what did Great Britain? It was saying like Great Britain would never see the sun go down. They would never see the sunset, something like that. That's another. And how they try to keep it going is what? To their military, to their might. You know, with those three, like I said, the three frogs. This is the military power here. And the hammer of the earth. But it's going to become something like this in Jeremiah 23rd verse.
That's why when you read the Revelations, man, it talks about, the beast. It started with the leopard. You know what I'm saying? It goes on. You know what I'm saying? Then when you read Revelation 18 to 19, it talks about it talks about the acres of the seventh. Right. You know what I'm saying? It shows you, can see what this is the same. This is the same people, man. You know what I'm saying? It's ultimately like back of what a lot of people talking about. Basically, you know what I'm saying? This is that same power structure. It just grew from a small serpent to a great dragon. You see, and over that time, we see that grow. And now it's this great dragon, like you said. America is the most powerful kingdom. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of putting all other kingdoms of the scripture, man. These kingdoms, it's more powerful. You see? They didn't have this technology. They didn't have nuclear bombs. They didn't have all this shit. You see? The scripture talking like the elder said earlier, man, about Esau, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So now this man, he's in the fullness of his blessing. He's in the height of his power, of his blessing. You see, that's why we see Americans on the platform that they
Revelation 17:11. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the seven.
right, that was and is not. See, because everything happens in the spirit, man. See, so it starts in the spirit and it plays out. All right, come on. So back then, when John was seeing it, all right, it was that he was seeing it, but it wasn't in the physical yet. Right. See, the Lord gave him a picture of this beast, man. In these end times. So that's why it's so different.
Revelation 17:11. And the beast that was and is not.
He was saying, he was saying the rise of his death. He was saying the beast system, he was saying the destruction of this bitch, everything. Man, John seen it all. You see him, so like the statement, the beast that was, meaning John was seeing it, but it's not, meaning during his time, America wasn't thought about, bro. It wasn't time for America to come on. Go ahead,
Revelation 17:11. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth, and he is of the seven.
Right, I had mentioned that it came out of right. See, so it's the eighth, and he is of the seven. The seventh is Great Britain.
Right. Yeah, and I was saying the sun had never set on Great Britain. They always say the sun had never set. Like they're gonna continue their kingdom is gonna continue forever. Okay. Revelation 17:11, it says, and the beast that was, that is not, even he is the eighth, and of the seventh, and go up into perdition.
Right, and going into perdition. You can read that same thing in 2 Thessalonians, that son of perdition. This is that kingdom. You see, it's that they can go into the scripture, man. See, it's already said. America's, his judgment was already set. See, way back then, he was like you said, he was going to the end of the beginning, man. You see, so even before the foundation of the earth was declared, it was already written. America will come on the scene, you know what I'm saying, and be destroyed, man.
Daniel 7 and 8. I consider the cause that came up among them, and that little one who moved in the word three, or the first And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and in a mouth speaking great things. Right? So this America came on the scene, man. Like the priest is running, and hey, this man, he's so equal with that so what he deemed is right, what he deemed is correct, was basically proclaimed on the top of the mountain, man. Which is the image of the beast, Western culture. Okay? So and with that with these and strip and that H1, he was able to propagate himself as basically top race. There's force that blessing, right? Which is the goes back to what we read right? Like, which is Psalm 64 chapter, where this tongue like the sword, right? So with this policy, he was able to do what? Set us up on high and converse, set us at the bottom. Okay? It's bullshit. Right? And then you be part of that bullshit with what? Kicking everybody fucking ass. Alright? That's what it's reading that name. Can I go back? Yeah, I can break it down. Go back. Nahum 3 and 1. Go to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not.
That bloody city, that's the lies and robbery is how we feel. Full of lies and robbery. Esau himself is basically that's his MO. He's constantly looking to rob you and take you what's yours and build off of. America is full of lies and robbery. Hey, listen to what your president telling you today. We're about to war about the end, everything's going good. He's full of lies. Full of shit.
Back up, bro. Psalms 55 and verse 20. He hath put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant, since the words of his mouth were smooth and butter was in his heart.
Hey, a prime example is what you see with the whole Iran situation. Here it is, and we're in peace treaty talk. And then you had America basically setting up this military distraction. And this of them, about to come with an agreement. They America bombed the damn school, man. Over 100 children decimated. They said that they were distributed so it's not a bomb. This what I heard, it's like little piece of razors. So when heat, of course, it explodes. I mean, because with the explosive razors, it cut through. So a lot of those people, a lot of those kids, they the only way they would do this by a fucking backpack. Goddamn backpack, man. You have a lot of Persians over there. Well, I can say a lot. Some of them over there are Israel. They stayed in the land and they go back to the land of Israel. They stayed and fixed it for the Hebrews. These are
What are they judging too?
that shit wicked, man.
That fool ain't go to Lord on the left hand side, man. He wants to set this whole devil.
Notice who does what you put your niggas where he said all the niggas up.
Outside was he created everything, man. So this is not the way to walk out the righteousness. I'm showing you all these different kingdoms that was created by the Lord through his son. Show you this is not the way to go, man. The Revelation 4:11 speak about he created all things. America was part of they created all things.
That we can do was to show us basically the left, like their elders going into the left power and how not to rule. We had to know, we had to learn madness. So when we operate, we're going to remember that. Let's go
said at the end of that last chapter, he said what? He said the whole duty of man is to serve the keep the commandments, man, to serve the Lord. He dabbled.
He became a top pitcher.
Back in the day, in order for you to worship these various, deities, man, you had to lay down with of artists. And like, once one brought this out, it was controversial. What's up?
Said there's a new thing under the sun.
So what's happening now? I think this shit was going on back then.
Right.
Literally everything. Right. You know, what's everything. Like, what you call fire right there. They took a little bit of everything. A little bit of Babylon sorcery. Took a little bit of, these different, sorceries and these different gods, and they basically put it all together into one. So we look at America, they worship all these different things. It's like that's why one thing is the melting pot. That's just why the what? The wicked.
Now all this stuff is coming out about these people parties.
What shit coming out?
Well, I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
we see all the wickedness in this thing was into. He was a hospital witch. What he was into, that's child play to what he did later into, bro. They into it, y'all. They into some sadistic shit. Think about it. Like the brother just brought out, it's a picture of all these various idols. You got people what's going on with the worship bullet. What they doing to worship bullet? But they were sacrificing their children, right? You think that they were doing rituals before they sacrificed their children? All types of shit, man. Hey, what's that? What's the something?
I got
12.
yeah. No, this Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12. Let me see what it's on the top.
Not a top.
It says, Wisdom of Solomon 12:1, it says, from thy and the work of the spirit is in all things. Therefore, chancest thou them by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance wherein they have offended, and leaving their wickedness. It says, verse 3.
Now, this is talking about the Hamites that dwelt in the land, the Canaanites that were dwelling in the chosen land. The Most High was basically reprimanding them little by little, teaching. What the scripture say? He that condemn small things shall fall little by little. Contempt small things shall fall little by little. So within the empire, these weren't going right. These were going, much like here, right? But they wouldn't take paying attention. That was their way out. Hey, what happened in 2008 in subprime loans? That was a way for Esau to say, man, let's just back up on the shoes. We don't have to send these subprime loans to these people. And we know that they ain't gonna be able to pay it back. Let's just chill out on it. Let's make a little more affordable. Let's pay these people more.
Right.
We don't have to put them in a perpetual slavery, right? Yeah. What this thing do? It's harder. What do you see now? What is the one two now, man? The people are limited, right? The Most High reprimanded the ancient pyramids little by little so they could have to think what he knew they were right in this place.
They say this thing. Roughly paraphrase talks about until the iniquity of the Amorites be fulfilled. Something like that. Talk about the Old Testament. See, before Jacob, ultimately, the iniquity had to be stacked up. The Lord allowed it to stack up to a point where Solomon 12 and 3. It says, "For it was thy will to destroy by the hand of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices."
Right. So there's all types of witchcraft and sacrifices that was going on. Right? Sacrificing children. More than likely, PDF filing was going on. You couldn't sacrifice a child. You couldn't even do this shit.
Right.
Someone perpetrator really loves female violence too. He saw so-called like and this reaction is destroying things that's innocent. The reason why they do it for sexual magic.
Which was Psalm 12 and 4 again, "Whom thou hatest for doing those odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children, and devourers of man's flesh."
That's right. So people say, "Oh man, people is terrible." You know, they paint, the poverty society as black. Right? Epstein barely talked about. Yeah, some people say, man, there's a pedophile ring out there, a pedophile, pedophile ring out there. It's the Catholic Church.
Yeah. Yep.
And people come back out at that. You know better out there. Who's being destroyed by these organizations?
Verse 5, which was Psalm 12 and 5 again, "And also those merciless murderers of children, devourers of man's flesh, and on the feast of blood."
Right. Basically, killing, cannibalism. That's too.
Folks drinking, not wrong, they know they hate home.
Well, I'm watching this podcast. I forgot his name, right? But that was a real rich party, and basically they had this one female stuck in her flesh. While they were stuck in her flesh, they had her head off out of her flesh while they were doing this. She was masturbating. They probably put her on buttocks, like a why doing that shit. Yeah, bro, magic is real now. That shit goes on, man. That shit goes on. And the music industry, all that shit real. It's so many people with different testimonies that done came out about it. You can't refute it now. Back in the day, like, they tricked you. The favorite, you hear about your favorite artist, like, nah, not so much. Yeah, so much with the shit. Yeah, or
That's supposed to way back then. People got like crazy. Why did they put them girls? They put them on. They got them on girls. And go through all this different parties while he was set up for the kid. What was going out? Well, I said, I said,
take them drugs, try to forget.
yeah.
Holy Ghost that came out, the red shoe club. He said that one dude took him down there and, talking to him. They were like, "Hey, you like my shoes?" Like, that nigga told him it was that little chick from the fucking movie rights.
God
Yeah,
damn.
that nigga killed that man's shoes out, man.
Dude, that's wicked.
Bobby looked the same for a while. Yeah. He was bugged out. It's not far fetched. Look what they used to do to Jake. They used to make Jake in back in the slavery time. What? Take their skin, make different material or different things out of Jake's skin. So they're really too far removed. Now they just do it and they do it as people. But the Lord, like I said, all the things that don't feel like it. That's why I wouldn't say the Sting foul, I wouldn't say that the Apple Sting foul. They keep trying to say, look at Diddy. But you go and start looking to those what people said about those styles, it was like they were really getting down, tearing up people's flesh left and right. You know? All types of explicit stuff. sometimes Jake looks at that and think it's far fetched, but no, it ain't too far removed. We're reading what they had Jake do back then. Jeremiah 20:32 goes to how they had their sons and daughters pass through the fire. That wasn't all they passed through the fire. Like say, I think it was to a point where Jake, like today, these celebrities, you saw to go through these certain things, get over the bubble. You gotta take something, you gotta eat something, you gotta burn something, you gotta sacrifice all these different things. You just to get money and you come on a certain level without doing something wicked. Eat something actually.
Yeah, the devil, he comes to collect. You know, he want that blood. You got to do something. He comes to collect. You know, all the film come up. Yep, yep.
Look at Mike Tyson. That child, and he catapulted.
Get my other child was a man. Mike out of there, man. Yeah.
Wayne, Wayne, I think it was Chicago. Somebody got right after that. Like, it was just a week after that, he got one of the biggest deals while he was playing the sport. While he was playing basketball, got one of the most biggest deals. And he was basically, his prime was gone. You know, all these people you look at them, you see somebody that these celebrities or these sports players that get these major deals. Go and look and see if they had somebody close to them that lost their life or something like that. That's what
Like, what's the one black chick? Just, I forget her name.
Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, the whole family got together. Say, hey, I come to collect.
William 7:25 says, also those merciless murderers of children, devourers of man's flesh, and the feast of blood, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous food, and the parents that killed with their own hands, sold destitute, filth.
That's right. So you got back in the day, you had kids that would sacrifice a child for food. And this concept is, basic today. What the gay clinics? Right. So you don't have to continue your you don't have to give birth to somebody you don't want. Just have a beat. Or plan B, right? What do they do with these fetuses and stuff like that? A lot of these fetuses, things of that nature, that's aid, right? Keep my drip. Is utilized in certain products. Okay, it's utilized in certain products. You know,
But I think Sergeant Zilla was on her show, and she was like, she was doing some type of skincare. And it was kind of joking. She was sick, like, what is the skincare? What is it? She was like, basically, it's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's foreskin from the child.
skin for child.
Also, they everybody make the shit come up with some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some shit out there. Trying to buy the shit. I'm talking shit. Yeah, she made a $10. And then think about J. Cool's smash team shit. You call down people. And what's this nigga name played the NBA? No, yeah. But I guess the guy she went down, she though. And she gets to get him a second. From these people, it's crazy. Everybody knew. I'm saying, everybody knew, right? From that 103,000 smash, this nigga started playing the flute. He's a wicked ass bitch. Now, West, we got a whole album playing the flute. What you be doing to these things?
It's not good either. I
I
tried to give it cheap.
Will Smith woman. That young dude, Officer I seen it, ain't been in that position for years.
Yeah. He got turned off.
Yeah, turn down.
You see? Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know what? I mean, you restrain everybody with women, man, and you take it. You know? So what's you act like such a bitch? You know what I mean? This was, hey, shit, this was wrong. This was wrong.
What else? 60. 6-degree separation.
What's it called?
6-degree separation.
You pay the money with $2,840. That was appreciation. No? We live in deep in the high level witchcraft. Shut up. Food out there. So you don't know what those opportunities that we had, and things that nature, it's by the grace of the Lord that we're taken out of that situation. She could have got left. Now it would have been that extreme. Now would it have been that extreme? I don't know. But she probably would have been married to a fucking dragon. You know? Bug the hell out. Nigga, all of us have testimony. But you get that you gotta lose one. That's like, one of those. It's like one of those. You know? You know? I know I'm before the 200 dude. When I just started getting it, it was a straight demon, man. Lord, go put a spirit on me to be correct. She just out there acting a fucking fool. You know? So the most I'm gonna take us out of this world, man, is a lesson that we need. And forget that. This is the world. We want them niggas catching getting happy and catching the Holy Ghost in church. Flopping like a fish out of the water, talking about you got the Holy Ghost. I'm in the church. Get dumped in that water. Yeah. Run. Start jerking. Yeah, man, get the fuck out. Yeah.
And then on top of that, like, so sometimes we walk past the church grounds, you cuss, you get cussed from the church.
Yeah.
Chris had us out there wild, bro.
Man, pull up to the church program, you turn that radio.
Yeah.
Out of the speakers.
Yeah, so
The word, man.
bro, yeah.
No, you go to church. Like, damn, cause you ain't trying to go there and clap your hands. Right? You finished.
Don't you bring the men?
Yeah. Hey, where you finished? There's a lot of dudes that be in the church that they be still on the spirits. Tell them all in the church.
Job 9:24 said the earth given to the hands of the wicked, he covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Who he is? Like I said, the earth given to the hands of the wicked. You know? And who's the wicked? You know, there's three classes of men. You know, you got some of them are the most high, you know, being the Israelites. You got some of the men being the other 16 nations. You have what? That last class is what? Sons of the wicked. And that is who? The Edomites. The world today was called what? So-called white man. Like they, it's basically it's him that's ruling today. As we mentioned earlier, going to the beast, going to Great Britain, you got to think he's been ruling longer than any other class or any other race that ever ruled the earth. You got what? Going to the Greeks, then you had the Romans, still here tonight. You had what? You had British come to America, still here, still here. That's what's been wrong. So this wickedness has been out of the earth, always got in like the Greek legend about with Alexander the Greek. You know, Alexander Macedonia, Alexander, where you gonna go? That's where it started in, and he just constantly, there's constantly spreading on. And that's why he does whatever he can to say, do what you feel. He got that devil to do what you fucking want.
Yeah.
You want to dress up like a woman, go ahead and do it. You know, you want to basically sleep with another man or woman, go ahead and do it. And how do you know, like, no, I don't think he would say that. Why you allow all this stuff to be promoted? Because what? He's the wicked. He covers the face of the judges, and who's that main judge? And how it's shot. He tried to basically everything you see that Esau says that the judge there in that verse with the scripture. Lord, he don't he condemns morality. He don't condone it. Right. He condemns you from basically you know, like they going to a clinic and getting your baby ripped out of your stomach. People like, well, and you have people talking about it. Esau tell you, well, it's not technically murder. Yeah, it's a pity. Right. But what happens when the sperm go into it? It what? It fertilized. Have a plant fertilized. What happens? That it's life. And it was just something just proven. They said when the sperm hits the egg, it's a spark.
When it starts like a heartbeat, bro. These same people who say that they're vegans because of animals. Right. Right. Man, think about that shit. You don't want to keep you want to eat it because that's cool. But you go above. Right. Most doctors and people, man. He saw that captain spell these people because he was under that spell. You know, like the Bible say, yes, he's the wicked, great in power, but spread this like a green bay tree. So when a tree come up with its full force, it casts a shadow. So the Lord's bringing in the light, and if it's true, but that shadow is still over the people. That's what's happening. So I see the wicked in great power, it came like a tall base. That tree come and it cast a shadow over you. The Lord brought us from up under that shadow to his light. That's why people can't get it. His darkness to be one of the ways of philosophy of the devil. Taking on religion, his way of life.
Talking faith of the judge, that means he's blinded. And what it says, I think that what faith of the world, God of this world has blinded the mind. You know, they blind the mind of people. So you thinking like, say, that's why everything is so